Let's get the latest now on the war in Iran. President Trump faces strong pushback from his U.S. allies, who he has asked to help protect oil tankers in the region. Now, Iran has blocked most international shipping from the vital Strait of Hormuz. It accounts for about 20% of global oil supplies. Nancy Cordes is at the White House with the latest. Nancy, good morning to you. Things are getting very messy.
They sure are, Gayle. You know, President Trump is insisting that some foreign leaders have told him that they are on board with helping here, but he didn't identify them. And we do know that several countries have already said publicly that they do not want to get dragged into this war.
What does surprise me is that they're not eager to help.
President Trump put out an all-call Monday, pressuring NATO allies and China for military assistance to reopen what is suddenly the world's most dangerous waterway, the Strait of Hormuz.
We get less than 1% of our oil from the Strait, and some countries get much more. So we want them to come and help us with the Strait.
The reaction was not encouraging.
This is not Europe's war.
The EU turned him down. So did Australia. The Chinese and the Japanese were non-committal. And Germany's chancellor said, quote, "We are unaware of any plan as to how such an operation could even succeed." That's because as the war rages on, Iran has the Strait in a stranglehold, threatening to attack any oil tanker that tries to pass through the 21-mile-wide bottleneck. A tanker registered in Thailand called Iran's bluff last week. It did not go well. Why should other countries that weren't consulted about this war, that aren't involved in this war, now put their troops in harm's way in the Strait of Hormuz?
Because these other countries are benefiting greatly from the United States military taking out the threat of Iran.
The U.S. may not get much oil from the Gulf, but it suffers all the same when global oil prices rise. The average U.S. cost of a gallon of gas is up 81 cents since the war started. The UK's Prime Minister said he doesn't want to be drawn into a wider war, but said he is working with NATO allies to try to find a resolution.
Ending the war is the quickest way to reduce the cost of living.
President Trump said yesterday he wants to know if China is going to help him before he takes a planned trip there to meet with President Xi in 2 weeks. Trump also shared some personal news that his chief of staff, Susie Wiles, has been diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer. He said she's going to begin treatment, but also that she plans to stay on the job nearly full-time. Vlad.
All right, Nancy, we're wishing her well. Thank you very much.